Just to let you know real quick, this video was supposed to come out the 13th, but as you might be able to hear in the video itself, I started coming down with something the 12th, the day I was recording it, and by that evening I had caught a really bad cold, and I have been bedridden up until just a couple days ago, and even then I really didn't have the strength to do anything, and I'm only now just starting to have the energy to function again. I'm sorry about all that. I'm sorry about this video being late. I hope you'll understand, and thank you all for your patience. Hello, this is Chaos 13 coming at you from my fortified bunker on the far side of Ohio. And today, exactly 1 year ago, I officially launched my channel. Honestly, this snuck up on me. I was so preoccupied with other stuff that I didn't even realize it was today. But just to be safe, I checked my first video that I officially uploaded. And sure enough, November 13th, 9:41 p.m., Layers of Fear Part 1 went live. I'm kind of speechless if you could tell. But yeah. One year ago today, I started my channel. I remember that originally I wanted to start it around Halloween time. I had Layers of Fear on my Xbox One, and I was thinking that doing that Let's Play around Halloween would help bring in traffic, but due to a few issues with ordering my computer, it didn't come till a couple weeks after I thought it would. So I wasn't really able to follow through with that plan. But I got it, let's see, about the 5th or the 6th of November, and put myself through a 1-week crash course in recording audio, gameplay, and editing. Recorded the first 2 parts of Layers of Fear. Cut the video in half and edited the first half up to upload, and uploaded it to the channel. I barely had any idea what the heck I was doing, and I've still got a lot to learn. And not everything has gone exactly how I would have liked, but that's okay. I'm honestly not sure what I'm really doing with this video. Like I said, I thought I had another day before the 13th, and I could do a little more planning, think things a little more clearly, and now that it's really hitting me that I've been doing this a whole year, it's just kind of flooring. Lots happen in a year, and I'm not sure where to begin. I suppose I could start with basically what's just happened over the year with my channel. As I've said before, I started with my Layers of Fear Let's Play, which lasted, ironically enough, 13 episodes, each roughly a half hour long. And I remember that it used to take me much longer to edit those videos due to just not really knowing what I was doing. Because it's not that I didn't use tutorials or anything to help me figure out where to start, but and this might tie to my Asperger's, but I'm just the kind of person that needs to learn things themselves. It's easier for me to figure it out myself than it is to be taught by someone else. A great example, actually, is throughout school, I was never able to really get the hang of typing on a keyboard. Finger positions and stuff were just something that did not click to me, no matter how hard the teachers tried to get it through my skull. So I was basically stuck with having to rely on search and peck as my typing method. But not even a full week into running my channel, I was finally able to pick up on proper keyboard typing. I'm not super fast at it or anything like that, but I'm definitely competent at it. I can definitely do it. I finished that Let's Play, and I moved on to the DLC for Layers of Fear, which honestly was rather confusing for me. Like, I just could not figure out what they were going for with it. I mean, the gameplay wasn't bad or anything like that, but the story was... up till then, I'd been certain that the setting had been somewhere between the late 1800s and the early 1900s. And yet, we had, like, modern flashlights and stuff like that in the game, which I don't know when the flashlight was invented, so maybe that was passable. But then we find articles from newspapers and stuff talking about holographic technology, and I'm just like, okay, what are you getting at here? Related to that, but I realized a couple things in the process of this, or I started to anyway. First off, editing up a 20 to 30 minute video was not easy for me. Secondly, for those to even be released on the same day as I started uploading them, I would have to start uploading them at about 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. And they'd come out about 9 because, as you all know by now, my internet is absolutely atrocious. My internet runs at 13 megabytes per second download with a 0.90 upload speed. It's pretty bad. We're supposed to look into fixing this next year, but still, it was a major issue. But even more annoying was this problem with audio desync. The audio from my commentaries after a while would start to fall off sync with the video and audio from my gameplay. And I tried a lot of different things to fix this, and this persisted through my next two Let's Plays. Doom Classic 1 and Far Cry 5. I really enjoyed Doom. I found the BFG edition, which contained the first three classic Doom games, Doom 1, 2, and 3, for sale at my local Walmart for about $12. And I didn't have very much money at the time, so three well-known and well-beloved games for just a few dollars, of course I'm going to grab that. But I got that, and it quickly became obvious that that I might have to lower the difficulty at some point, but I still had fun. Of course, eventually, towards the end of it, I got stuck, like badly stuck. And around that time, I just started getting into Far Cry 5, which was my first experience playing a Far Cry game. And it was early on in that I figured out what was causing the aforementioned bug. I've been using my Xbox One to record gameplay footage and audio. It has a feature where you just plug in a USB drive, and as long as it's got enough space on it and reads data fast enough, you're pretty much off to the races at that point. And that's what I've been doing. And it turns out that it was recording at a variable frame rate, which means it basically means depending on how much was going on and what was going on at the time, that some parts of the video would be at a lower frame rate, others at a higher frame rate. And the editing software I have isn't really compatible with that, so it doesn't do variable frame rates, so I need to find a way to fix that. But I did, and after that, my desync issue was done. I finally found the answer to that. I decided to stick with the shorter videos that I eventually went with, though, because, again, one, they're quicker for me to fix up in editing, and two, and this was the most important thing, it was just quicker to upload. No waiting almost a whole 12 hours to get a video up. It made my life a lot easier. But then I encountered another issue. My Xbox One just started to refuse to record anything properly. And I tested the flash drive and everything. It worked just fine according to my computer. At first I thought maybe an update screwed up my Xbox One, but no, I cannot capture anything with a USB on it anymore. I'm going to try getting a capture card at some point this year coming up, but honestly, I think it might be a hardware issue, which is annoying because my Xbox One is actually pretty new. I got it about, the middle of 2017, if I remember correctly. I might have been the middle of 2016 because it was a replacement 1TB model that I got after my first Xbox One that I bought was destroyed when lightning struck the house. Yeah, that was a fun thing. Lightning hit the chimney of my house and punched a hole wider than my torso right through it, knocked half the chimney off, sent chunks of shattered brick all over the yard, and deep fried every electronical thing that was hooked up. Not every single thing, which was the odd part, because the refrigerator, the computer, all that stuff was okay, but the TVs, the cable boxes, and my Xbox One was completely destroyed. Like, you could smell where they had melted internally. And we had to go for like more than a week without any access to internet, any television, anything. I just about went off the deep end. I mean, even more than usual. But yeah, that had been a problem. Fortunately, around this time, I started to work on another video. This had been a bit of a major problem because I had just taken a month off trying to sort through different issues that were not related to this specific one. Around this time was the B3 2018 event, and originally I just wanted to live stream it, but like I said, my internet's garbage, and it was actually through this that I found out just how garbage my internet was. But that having failed, I decided to make a video covering my thoughts on it, which was a big video and took a good long while to make. I wanted to dot all my I's and cross all my T's with that one, but I like what it came out with in the end. I came across this recording issue when I came back, and as a result, I took even more time off. Honestly, I had just been trying to figure out how to fix this, and part of it, I admit, was that it had been kind of disheartening, but I figured out some things with my computer, and I managed to free up enough space to where I could get games onto my computer itself. And after many attempts, I finally started up my current Let's Play, Aria. But this kind of brings me into the things I've failed to do this year. The things I wanted to do with the channel that I haven't gotten to yet. Big one is reviews. Reviews. I want to do reviews. That's like one half of the channel I've always envisioned was being Let's Plays. I wanted to do Let's Plays on here. But the second half has been reviews. And as I hope I've explained time and again, it's like there's a new technical issue that popped up. But I do blame a lot of that on just me being a greenhorn and not really knowing what the hell I was doing with anything. But I am determined to make reviews, and I also like to try making other kinds of videos, like the Chaos Talks themselves are one thing, just almost an audio diary or something. They're just going to be sharing with people. I also like to release more discussion videos that are just me talking about a specific topic. Like, there's an MLP discussion video I want to make that I'm looking forward to. And if you're not into ponies, that's fine. It's not going to be pony video game. Pony. I want to try to have a variety of content on my channel, because I don't want to be tied to one thing. I can't. Partially because of my Asperger's. I can't just do one thing and one thing only and never do anything else and be alright. I get burnt out very, very quickly, very, very easily, and if I don't have passion for what I'm doing, I can't do anything good. My best work comes from when I'm passionate about something, and no one can force that. No one can just make themselves be passionate about something they aren't passionate about. At the risk of sounding really corny and really cliche, it's like being in love. You can't be told you're in love, and you can't be made to be in love. You either are or you aren't. And if you try to fake like you are when you're not, it ain't gonna end well for anyone involved. Now I think I want to switch gears to thanking the people who have inspired me and helped me to actually do this, whether they're aware of it or not. First and foremost, I want to thank my aunt and my uncle, who have been incredibly supportive and very understanding in all of this. They have never once discouraged me from trying to do this. They've everyone's giving me crap over it. They regularly ask how it's going and are always thrilled when I mention that I've got more views on a video or I got another subscriber or whatever. And in spite of their own issues that they're going through, they've always shown a great deal of concern for me, and I really do appreciate that. Next are the YouTubers and other people who have inspired me to want to do the things that I'm trying to do, both on YouTube and off YouTube. I guess the top of the list in terms of inspiration is probably the YouTuber Cryotic. Like, he's been doing Let's Plays for years. Like, a lot of people are big into PewDiePie, or they were back when he was doing Let's Plays. I think he does vlogs now. But no, I was always more of a Cryotic guy. I always appreciated his brand of humor a great deal more than PewDiePie's. Not that there was anything wrong with PewDiePie, but I just always like Cryotic more. When it comes to reviews, they're big into like the Nostalgia Critic, or, well, before Channel Awesome screwed the pooch on that. They're big into like Atop the Fourth Wall, or one of those. But the first channel I really went to for reviews, and actually the channel that I ended up being introduced to things like the Nostalgia Critic and others from, was the mysterious Mr. Enter, who over the last few months has been going through what can only be described as pure hell, dealing with everything from online stalkers to threats against his well-being and just straight up horribly disturbed individuals. Like, on a video where he went into detail about this, he actually brought up that there was a girl that threatened to commit suicide if he didn't love her, which wouldn't be able to make anyone want to fall in love with you. Like, if holding a proverbial or literal gun to your own head is the only way you can think to make someone love you, you're not going to get very far. Not that it'd help with Mr. Enter anyway, because he's asexual. He does not feel romantic or sexual attraction towards anyone of any gender. So, I'm sorry, but you ain't getting... He ain't gonna be your Valentine. That's just not gonna be a thing. Even though he's been known to maybe go overboard in the past with how angry he's gone with some of his reviews, and over the years he has mellowed out, he has learned to rein in things. I appreciate that he's just so passionate about what he does. He's just truly passionate. And he has a way of making me sort of look at things in a way I normally wouldn't. Like, when Disney originally bought out Fox for like 42 some billion dollars or something, I was like a lot of people and I made stupid cracks about it, but it wasn't until I heard Mr. Enter's take on it that it really dawned on me just how bad a thing this could be. Right? Needless to say, watching his channel from time to time results in me having to eat some humble pie. And another reviewer that I got into, that oddly enough, I actually got into his countdowns before I got into reviews in general, and I didn't even really know he did reviews for some reason until sometime long after I'd started watching Mr. Enter, was Josh Scorcher. He he's another good one that he tries to be relatively calm and a voice of reason without just being a fence sitter and letting someone get away with BS. Not to mention he served our country in the military, and you gotta give him props for that. But there's ponyfic narrators, Goodiest Serenade, Lost Narrator, and the YouTubers they collab with, and they made me realize just how fun and well done MLP fanfics could actually be. In fact, one that I like to watch again and again, because there's just something about both the story and how it's delivered that for some reason really resonates with me. I don't know, it just really makes me want to write a great fanfic myself. And that was, oddly enough, done by Wooten. And no, it's not a clockfic. But he did a fanfic. He narrated a fanfic, or I guess I should say he did a audio play of The Last Son of Dublin, and I deeply enjoyed his work on that, and the work of the others that he collabed with on it. And like I said, it makes me want to make a great fanfic. Something, I'm not looking for anyone to like do a big reading on it on their channel or anything like that, but I would like to be able to make a story that people enjoy, that somebody will read, maybe even one of them, not necessarily to anyone else, but just for themselves, just read it themselves and be like, hey, this is a really great story and I really enjoyed it. There's probably others that I just can't think of off the top of my head, but perhaps more important are the friends I made since I've started my channel. As you may have noticed, especially in my earlier videos, with how I would mess up words I was trying to say, and I still do a butcher pronunciation and stuff. Truth behind that is that I went a good number of years without really talking to anyone. Like, I talk a little bit to my aunt and uncle, but honestly, I just disconnected from people because I couldn't find anybody with anything in common with me, and the few people I had called friend at one point, they basically up and left me years and years ago. And I actually hit a pretty dark point at one point in time, and I really didn't know how I was ever going to get out, but then I started making some friends. The first one, we'll call him Woody. It was probably the first real friend I had in like a decade. Met him through the MLP forums. I basically went there out of desperation. Like I said, I'd hit a pretty dark point in my life and I needed someone to talk to. And he was the first person outside some of my uncle and some other relatives to actually treat me like a human being in a good long while. Actually seemed to give a crap about me. The next one was, we'll call him Crystal. I'm using aliases to protect their privacy and stuff, but yeah. I also met Crystal through the forums, and he lives in Ohio like I do, and we're into like some of the more weird occult type stuff. We like talking about that kind of thing. He actually treated me decent too, and those two helped pull me out of my rut. Don't know where I'd be without them. And then there's we'll call him Link. I actually met him via one of the gaming live streams done by I can't remember if it was by Lost or Goody. I think it was Goody. And Link talks to me on Twitter. We joke around and stuff. These three have really helped me out of a bad spot, and I just want you guys to know I am grateful. And I hope I can be just as good a friend to you that you've been to me. And lastly, I want to thank all my subscribers. I know I don't have many, but you guys have put up with a lot of crap from me. The lousy schedule, the not knowing how to make certain things work half the time, the several times I've disappeared without any rhyme or reason, or I've stayed away longer than I should have, and yet you guys still have stuck around. I'm amazed. I'm grateful. I'm happy. Thank you, all of you, for hanging around with me up to this point, and for watching this whole video clear through. I don't know what is on the horizon, be it good or bad. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I don't even know what's going to happen within the next 24 hours. But your support, your views, your loyalty, it means a lot. And again, I just want to say thank you so much for everything. I hope you'll stick with me and that we can find out what the next year will bring us. So until then, this has been Chaos 13, signing out, and thank you.